Guys, welcome to Embracing Expansion. I hope that everyone's been doing great. Everyone's been in good spirits, just having a wonderful week this last week. My name is Finesse, and this is Embracing Expansion. This channel originally used to be for my music, as I am a full-time musician. Today I just wanted to talk about, why I started this channel on Embracing Expansion, because as I always say, this channel is really me sharing with you everything, like being authentic in my spiritual journey, right? I think that sometimes we come on social media or decide to do things like social media, and we plan it too much to a point where we lose our sense of vulnerability and genuineness. So this channel really is just me. So what you see here is me. It's not staged, it's not planned really at all, except like 5 minutes before I'm like, so what am I going to talk about today? That's the most. But I wanted to, a lot of times social media gives us the impression that things are easier, like it's easier for some people than us, and there's this false narrative that some of us have perfect lives. I don't think that anyone has a perfect life, and when I say perfect, I mean in that we don't face challenges or we don't go through expansion. We're all going through expansion regardless of our financial status, where we are in the world, our skin color, our sexuality. We are all going through expansion, and I just wanted to share mine with you, and this is the reason for this channel. I am not sure, I should have found out when I started this channel, but it feels like it's going on to 3 months. And I remember when I first sat here in my living room just deciding to do this after so long of wanting to do it but not figuring out if I was ready or how to start. I was like thinking maybe I should start by introducing myself and talking about my childhood and giving you guys a history. And when I thought about my childhood and all of that, I was like, I don't want my page to be about sad stuff. I don't want to come from a place of, hey, I just hope you guys follow me and feel sad. I don't want to have any negative effect, although that is solely up to you. But my intention is to not negatively affect anyone who views my videos. I want to just encourage you to share yours and to know that you're not alone, and that your journey is meaningful, it is special, and it is necessary, and it is important, okay, in the grand scheme of things. We're all just tiny beautiful pieces of a masterpiece, okay, contributing to the power of the universal subconscious mind, aka God, or whoever you call the power that's higher or greater than us, or the power that we are all a part of. Okay, I wanted to talk today about why I started the channel, what made me start it. So it's like I said, nothing scripted. I'm just literally letting you know from my perspective why this is coming about. I always, when I was going through stuff, when I go through stuff, or maybe not now, but previously when I wasn't as spiritually enlightened, as enlightened as I am spiritually now, I always found myself wondering why, why is this happening, and do I have to go through this? I didn't, and saying stuff like I didn't sign up for this, all the while also saying it just makes my story. So on the other hand, I would be saying that, but then I'd be like, it just makes your story more interesting. So I gradually started becoming my own motivation. So I would catch myself saying things and then just change it, or just shift from a negative perspective to a positive perspective. And one of the things that's become so important to me is, we're here in this space, in this time space, each of us now, and I've asked myself so often, why am I here, and what do I want? What does being here mean to me, right? First of all, it's important to me that I've always found myself loving just being there with and for others. I guess also it comes from knowing what it feels like to not have those things, but at some point in my life, so it kind of teaches you. Remember when I said about knowing what you experience, what you don't want, to figure out what you do want. So rather than letting those experiences turn me into a bitter, angry, or resentful person, I feel like they empowered me. So I'm grateful for all of these experiences. And I didn't have someone guiding me through those things, you know. It was just me mostly guiding myself through my observation of other people's expansion, or just having chats with myself, or reading books like I was sharing with you guys on our recently ended series of worthy reads, you know. And not everyone has that, and not everyone gets to have that. And with the internet and all the power that it holds really in communicating and inspiring and attracting as well, I felt like, hey, this could be good, you know, like be to someone what you didn't have. And I feel like that's a perspective that a lot of us, some of us don't really think about doing. Like I know some people who would, I know a few people who have gone through things, and when they see another person going through it, their perspective is, hey, if I survive, you can survive too, so I don't need to do anything. I went through it on my own, you go through it on your own. I don't think that that's the right mindset. I feel like we learn things to teach each other because we are all here together, you know, expanding together, contributing to that universal subconscious mind that we're all a part of, so beautifully a part of, you know. So everything that I learned, like my desire is to pass it on, and not just from an intangible perspective. If there's something, if I get something, like if someone gives me something and I feel like I am happy to accept it in that moment, and I feel like I need it in that moment, but then somewhere along the line I realize, hey, you received that and you've not really been using it, so why not, if someone asks it to you, or if you can think of someone who could actually put it into good use, or to use at all, then you pass it on to them. And that gives me a sense of well-being, a sense of gratitude, a sense of purpose, a sense of just joy, like indescribable joy. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating already, it's hot. So yeah, I think that we learn things to pass on. Knowledge isn't made to be stored or kept in a log, a safe of your mind. It's meant to be shared and passed on, and that's how the world continues to beautifully evolve and grow and expand. And whether you're sharing your knowledge of cooking, your knowledge of music, your knowledge of anything, you know, DIYs, anything, it's beautiful. And that's really what living a life of service to humanity is. It's not necessarily going in like handing out food or you know, working with a shelter. It can be as simple, that's also it, but it's also just sharing the things that you know with love. And I say with love because that's where it has to come from. Love, I believe, and I've been learning, is the key to everything, the key to healing, the key to unifying, the key to balancing everything, to eradicating everything that doesn't serve humanity, not just you as an individual, but humanity. Okay, so that pretty much is what I started my page, just because I wanted to share those things with you. And I'm just so grateful that I get to do that. And when I'm physically no longer a part of this realm, I just know that I will be grateful because I got to live what to me is a beautiful thing with you guys. And that really is my way of living a life of service, or part of my way of living a life of service. Sharing your gifts is also a way of living your life, a life of service. Sharing your gifts, the knowledge you've attained, sometimes just being there, literally listening, is doing that. And I think that these are the things that motivated me to start this page, to inspire others to live a life of service in their own way. I'm sure you can think of ways that you can do that now. You know, one of the things I always wonder about is if I were to come into a large sum of money, like what would I do? And I don't wonder about it. I always tell myself, like, if I did, I would literally like probably just be giving out money to people who I think needs it, or could use it to help others. And that's really my desire, I guess, if I should come into money, is to just help others. I don't know, I feel like life is so much beautiful when you focus on the beautiful things. And for so long I felt like I was focusing on questions and not answers, you know, and questions that were already answered, but I wasn't aware of the answer, or maybe I wasn't paying attention enough to the answer because I was specifically looking for an answer. Sometimes we ask things. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just so hot here. Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes we ask stuff of God or spirit, or however you address the higher power, and it is okay to be specific. And remember, I spoke in one of my videos about how I pray. I actually speak my manifestations. My way of praying is manifesting verbally, audibly to spirit, and saying thank you, as a sign of faith, as a sign of gratitude, in what I'm asking for. And sometimes we ask for things specifically, and we are getting to them, but the what and why is really, like I said, all we need to figure out. And then sometimes when we ask for those things, we're specific. I want it today, now, but you're not ready to receive it. So in manifesting, you have to be ready to receive. You have to be open to receive. You have to be allowing of receiving. Okay? And the how and when is not something we should be concerned with, rather just the why and the what. Okay, so I've said these things before, and a lot of my videos, sometimes I feel like I'm very repetitive, but I guess not the same people are going to be watching, so it's okay to say some things over. I just wanted to I'm grateful for where I've come with my YouTube channel, from just doing music to just sharing parts of me with you guys. And I just wanted to take today's Embracing Expansion to take a moment and reflect on my expansion the last maybe 2 to 3 months with doing this channel. I find myself so much more aware and of just Spirit's guidance and Spirit's gifts, and just seeing the things that I manifest come into fruition, and just realizing even more now how important love is in all of this. Love is so important in establishing a divine purpose, in coming into realization of your divine purpose and accepting it and embracing it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today, really, and to encourage you in sharing that, to also share your expansion. The reason or the purpose is for a life of service. That's really, it's not just my purpose, it's our purpose to live a life of service. Guys, it's so hot. I'm so sorry. I didn't take a towel, a paper towel. Yeah, so it's important. That is really the goal, and that's how we could make this world a better place, by deciding to live a life of service, to make every moment that you're here a positively impactful on this space. That is really all we have to do. That is simply what a life of service is in this time space reality. Just making every moment, or intending on making every moment that you're here impactful positively towards this space. And that's what I'm doing with my channel. And I started, I think, with 138 subscribers. Now I'm at 150. I can't remember if it's 53 or something, but I am so grateful, and my purpose for doing this, well, I am doing it now. I know my what and my why. When it becomes I guess more popular or received by other people, that's not up to me. All I am sure of is that this is what I want to do. This is what makes me feel like I am making a difference here. This is part of what I do, apart from being a musician, apart from doing my good deeds. This is me intentionally sharing with you to encourage you on your journey, that everything you are experiencing here, it is very important. It's important. It has a role. It contributes to you, not just your expansion, but the expansion of all humanity and the enlightenment of all humanity, for those observing and for those experiencing it with you, as well as yourself. So don't ever think that, and don't ever question the things that you're experiencing. Know that they all have a beautiful purpose, and that you are exactly where you need to be, where you're meant to be in each moment. So walk with faith and gratitude, and most of all, love. Love. I can't stress how important love is. Love heals, love protects, love brings joy, love expands, love just inspires and attracts. So, attracts love. So just continue on your journey. If you have not subscribed and you're just stopping by and this is your first impression of me because you've not seen any of my videos, then I do hope that you stop by. I'm hoping to start, because our Worthy Reads segment that usually aired on a Tuesday at 11:11 has come to an end because I'm now still reading. I am wanting to do a meditation series for the various chakras, your 7 chakras. There are more than 7, but for the 7 chakras, your root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, I want to do meditations for these chakras individually for balancing them. But before I do that, I want to for this next Embracing Expansion video next week Sunday, I'm going to just speak a little about the chakras so that we know their roles, and we've already gone through it somewhat when I was talking about when I was giving you a summary of the chakra healing book that I read, but I just want to spend some more time on them individually for those of us who don't know what they are, and so we can then proceed thereafter to doing individual chakra meditations for those of us who are interested in balancing our chakras, aligning our chakras, cleansing our chakras. So our chakras are pretty much your spiritual bloodstream, for just to show you how important it is. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing in the coming weeks. I am nervous about it because, you know, meditation for me is usually something I do on my own. I don't do it by recording it. So I am going to see how that goes. I might start doing it just regularly to see how it goes. But this is something I really want to share with you because it is a part of my journey of expansion, and that's what I'm doing here, just sharing my journey of expansion with you guys. So I do hope that you have a wonderful Sunday and that you believe and manifest for yourself, affirm for yourself that you're going to have a productive, positive, happy week of love, good news, adventure, and growth and expansion. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a beautiful week.